Yo, Tifa here with Fit Bully TV. Do not forget to subscribe, people. Back with another episode. Stan, Iron Sharp K9, the dog man. Today we're going to talk about body language in dogs. One of the things I've been looking into, and I know just from years and years of dogs, is what to be wary of. So he's going to be a little bit more specific, then I'm going to chime in here and there. Go ahead and talk to him about it.
So let's just talk about body language. Whenever you're working with a dog, they're always going to come back to something the way they left it. So when I'm engaging any of my dogs with recalls, heeling, fronting, even staying, I want them to be in a really eager mood to want to do these things. And I want to mark them when they're at a very high level. So when Rocco's coming in and he's paying attention, he's bouncing around, he's hyper, this is the body language I want him to do whenever I'm giving him those commands. So
you're almost creating some of the body language too then?
Yes.
Good.
Well, I mean, you're marking it. The dog knows everything that we want him to do. We're just giving him a time and a place. So if you have a hyper-go-lucky puppy like these Malinois or these Shepherds that have a lot of energy, mark it when you want it to and let them know when they are messing up. So it's not always going to be happy-go-lucky, happy-go-lucky. There is a correction. There is a downside to everything. You spare the rod, you spoil the child. I'm not saying beat your dog with a rod or anything, but there needs to be some time of negative consequence when they aren't doing the behaviors that you show.
We won't say negative. We call it a positive consequence. Because just like in life, if you commit a crime, you will go to jail, and that's just. Mm-hmm. So we're just being just. Dogs are powerful creatures. You know, they're not. I mean, even a Chihuahua can hurt your ass. So
in the right place.
Exactly, it's just the right place. They get
really
the back of
bad
that.
Paper cut.
And it's annoying, right? It's just effing annoying. So, specific to the posture, we was talking about that a second ago too. Mm-hmm. Dogs have built-in behaviors as well that you need to know how to properly manage. Otherwise, things will go south real quick. Now, the other part is I know quite a few people directly messaged me, and one person specifically I know said that they hate dog parks. And part of the reason is because other people don't know what the fuck their dog is going to do, which is the reason why you need training and understanding and education. So, mind you, people, your dog from basically 10 to 12 weeks is developing its character. And if something happens in that time frame, you can create trauma that lasts forever. So now that particular individual's dog is scared to death of certain dogs because one bad experience, just like us. Oh man, it'll ruin your life. It really will. And it's so hard to undo something that you didn't do purposely, but something traumatic that happened to a dog or anybody for that matter, realistically. Talk to me about posturing up and the importance of making sure dogs train and what to look for. Rocco, bruh.
Hey.
Bruh.
We're not looking for that. That's bad posture there. It's just not right. That's not what we're looking for, Rob.
She is a child, Damon.
That is a baby. So, all right, well, before we were interrupted by the Don, dog's posture. So, dogs are usually free-flowing, happy-go-lucky. You ever seen your dog when they're having a good time, they're having fun, they're bouncing around, their tail's moving, their ears are doing all this. When they're suspicious about something, they're going to slow down. All of those things are going to tighten up. They're going to get tense. They're going to start staring. They're going to get really, really hyper-focused on something. If you ever see that your dog is doing this in one of those instances where you're at a dog park or out in public, you should be really, really aware because something is not right.
Yeah. Something's gonna happen, and that's, you know, even your dog. Like my dog, one of my girl dogs, she's not the nicest, and so when people ask if they can approach, like, hey, can I pet her? I'll be like this. Let me see real quick. Come a little closer. Mm-hmm. And you know, if she pauses and basically flexes, man, it could be an issue. Yep. It could be an issue, and I just like, no, not right now. She don't like you.
And then that goes back to trusting your dog. I do the same thing. People like, can I pet Rocco? I'd be like, yeah, try. If he lets you, go ahead. If not, you know, just don't.
And mind you, she'll walk off. To be clear, she's not aggressive in a way where she's gonna jump on your heels, but she also don't like being bothered by people. Yep. So she likes her own space. I literally had a dog back in the day who would come up and check the front, and then he would go back to the room like he really didn't want to be bothered. He won't be bothered by the other dogs neither.
If somebody was there, he was not going around.
Man, listen, you like Kane will kill you. Just stay away from him. He's not all there.
And then, I mean, you can make your dog get to the point where they're going to accept stuff. They don't have to like it, but they're going to tolerate it. And that's where he's at to the point now where most people can come up and pet him just because we've had to socialize him and civilize him a little bit more for the things that we're trying to do with him. I don't need a dog that's going to be...
But the socializing, too, is important because And that again takes place very early. A dog's most of its fear is early on. So when you take it and so it can hear sounds, noises, meet people, greet people, there's this process to making sure that you can properly manage your dog's behaviors by introducing them to all kinds of things. And that's what I started this week with Ego, making sure that he gets out to some spaces where there are people, bikes riding, all kinds of stuff, so he can get familiar with the world he's going to be living in. And I plan on taking him fucking everywhere. I'm talking as many places I'm traveling, this motherfucker going. So he got to get used to being around people or being able to manage himself when in settings that are basically high stress in a sense.
And what we do as handlers is we show them how to be successful in those instances. A lot of people will never take their dog anywhere, and then it's like, all right, one day I just want to take my dog to the mall. It's like, well, that's not how it works.
Yeah, or the dog park. That's how bad things happen. It's like, oh, you never saw your dog around the dogs? No wonder you didn't know your dog was a murderer or thought it was.
So you have to be responsible as a handler, and that just comes back to self-awareness. Like, if you want to do these things with your dog, you need to start early. You don't start when they've already developed their personality and they're a 70-pound dog or a 150-pound dog, and now you're trying to rein them back in when how they've handled situations their whole life has been avoiding it or acting out or barking or whatever the hell they've done to get the success that they wanted, and now you're trying to undo this, and you have no direction, you have no communication with your dog. And it all goes back to being able to give them clear instructions of what line they can cross and what line they're not supposed to cross.
Yeah. How to basically properly manage themselves. So we want to do a live video, and again, we'll continue to detail, dictate, teach, and inform you exactly on how to manage your household by managing your dog. If you have a dog, and it's any kind of dog, any dog, they got built-in characteristics, built-in traits, built-in things that they do. You need to properly understand. You need to basically understand exactly what they're doing at all times, because this could be, I won't say life and death, but could be the difference between them attacking a dog or being attacked by a dog.
Which is life or death, because if your dog bites a dog, they're more than likely going to end up getting put down. Depending on the area of Texas we're in or wherever you are in the world, some dogs, they get one bite and it's done. So again, it is life or death, showing your dog exactly what's expected from them. It's going to keep your dog safe. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. And one thing that I want to tell everybody is create the dog that you want for your lifestyle. The way that you're working your dog is not going to be the same way that I'm working mine, the same way that somebody else isn't. And again, you have to have that dog you want for your lifestyle and mark those behaviors.
Yeah, exactly. T-Fit here, Fit Bully TV, signing off.